Hi everyone, my name's Melanie Bloor. I'm currently the president of Resilient UKI and was very honoured to be gifted a ticket recently to the Australian Disaster Resilience Conference in Brisbane by the council, and I'm here just to talk about that experience a little bit. I also wanted to mention that there was two other conferences there at the same time, the National Indigenous Disaster Resilience Summit and the AFAC conference, which stands for Australian Fire and Emergency Services, so all the fireys. And I would like to introduce you to my colleague here, Sue Atkinson. And I met her at the conference, and she's currently staying at my house at UKI. Which is pretty exciting. So I'm here to talk about what I got out of the conference. I got Sue.
And I got Mel.
Yeah. So we're going to do a little co-interview. Sue's here actually interviewing people. And my question to you, Sue, is why did you go to the conference and what did you get out of it?
Yeah, it was a really good conference, actually. So I was presenting on some of my research there. I'm a researcher at the University of Canberra in the News and Media Research Centre, and my focus of my research is crisis communication and how information really flows in communities before, during and after natural disasters. There's so much about what the agencies do and the authorities, but there's not so much around how it really works and how communities already have these amazing networks and opportunities and relationships within their communities. So my research is into better understanding that. So when I was at the conference talking about my research and networking and meeting people, and I met Mel, who's doing amazing things in UKI in her community. And I said I'd really love to come and interview people in UKI, maybe look at using UKI as a case study to see how community can really band together and get over things like big floods and fires. So Mel, what did you get out of it? I mean, I met some amazing people. That was probably the best thing. And there were some amazing keynote speakers that really prompted us to think about things differently and from a more community perspective.
Yeah. On the final day after the string of what I call Disaster Fest, in Brisbane, I was meant to be interviewed by Sue and I couldn't make it because I felt completely in a hole because I was
exhausted.
Just so exhausted from the amazingness of the whole experience and the passion and enthusiasm of the people there. If anyone gets a chance to go, it'll be in Sydney next year. I highly recommend it. What I went there for was to immerse myself in the information, so the content and also the humans, to make connections with other humans who had share the same interest as me. And what I noticed as a theme throughout the three conferences was what I'm terming the concept of radical connection, radicalizing connection. So just even having those conferences together, clustered together, was quite radical and very connective. So the Indigenous conference, obviously First Nations mob, the fireys, generally blokes in uniforms in a command and control framework. And then the Australian National Disaster Conference run by ADA, mostly women working on that community level.
And researchers.
And
a lot of academics.
Yeah, looking to...
straddling that research, community research, industry research, and working out how research can be better used by authorities, by communities to respond.
Being the fascial tissue in some ways, you academics sort of weaving between all those three different groups and joining them and networking and linking them and finding the touch points between them. And that was really reflected in the lectures as well. So a lot more connection, I think is the take-home message at all levels, in all ways. So thanks very much for joining me, Sue, and thanks for everyone for listening.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.